558 Radyo Trabaho tuwing Sabado alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at sa Facebook page ng RMN DZXL 558 Manila. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Hatid ng Benita at Catalino Ya Foundation at ng RMN Networks. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat ng Sabado. Ika-19 sa buwan ng Pebrero taong 2022. Ako po ang inyong radyoman, Jenny Pahilanga, at syempre hatid po sa inyo ng RMN at ng BZYF. Sa umagang ito, kasama ko po syempre ang aking partner Jojo, Armenta. Partner, good morning!
Good morning, partner Jenny, at good morning po sa ating lahat sa mga nakikinig sa DZXL 558 Manila. Sa Facebook din po, naka-live tayo, and sa YouTube po. So bago tayo mag-start, we encourage everyone to share this live stream to your friends and family para po mas ma-inspire at ma-educate tayong lahat.
Partner, live tayo sa RMN DZXL 558 Manila at sa ating pong YouTube channel, DZXL 558. Panibagong paksa na naman ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon tungkol pa rin sa innovation.
Yes, dahil po ang Benita and Catalina Foundation, we're celebrating the Philippine Innovation Month ngayong February. So, tuloy-tuloy po ang ating usapan to talk about the social impact of innovations and all aspect that relates to innovation. Kaya naman po ang ating mga panauhin ngayong umagang ito, they will be sharing more about the definition of innovation and how could it help the society.
At napakaganda na ating mga pinag-uusapan kahit pa sa ating mga nagdaang panauhin, mga guest, dahil marami tayong natututunan tungkol pa rin, sabi mo nga, partner sa innovation. At sa umagang ito, hindi natin pakatatagalin pa, partner Jojo.
Yes. So, partner Jenny, ating makakasama ngayong umagang ito ay the Program Director of Pilipinas Shell Foundation Incorporated. So wag na po natin patagalin. Our first guest for this morning, si Mr. Timothy James Laurel. Hi, Sir TJ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir TJ.
Good morning. Good morning, Jojo. Good morning, Jenny. Salamat po sa pag-imbita sa akin dito sa inyong programang Kwentong Bayani.
Yes. Kamusta po kayo, Sir TJ?
Okay naman, kasalukuyang hindi pa nakakabisita sa aking barbero kung kaya't po ang aking buhok ay mahaba. So sa pag-iingat lang sa ating COVID.
Yes.
Pero bagay naman Sir TJ. Okay. So umpisa na natin, partner Sir TJ, paano po naging bahagi ang Shell Foundation sa advokasya, hangarin po ng BZYF, Sir TJ?
Thank you very much for that question. Yung Shell po at ang BCYF, actually nagsimula po ito because of meron po kaming parehas na mga intention, goals at passion, which is to be able to help po yung mga Filipinos, yung ating mga kababayan. Ang ginawa po ng Pilipinas Shell Foundation, ng Shell at ng BCYF ay nag-usap po kami at nag-agree po kami na magkaroon po kami ng pagtutulong sa tatlong larangan, sa tatlong areas. Ang una po nito ay nakapag-usap po kami na magtulungan sa disaster relief. So kami po ay nagsiset up ng mga proactive disaster relief areas para po mas mabilis po tayo makapag-responde sa mga natural disasters. At alam naman po natin na ang Pilipinas po ay taon-taon po, meron po tayong mga natural disasters na nangyayari. Pangalawa po ay kami rin po ay nag-partner naman sa pag-provide ng edukasyon sa mga iba't ibang komunidad o mga benepisyaryo na sinusuportahan ng PSFI. Ito po ay sa larangan sa programa namin na tinatawag na Unlad sa Pasada at Gas Mo Bukas Ko, kung saan po ang team po ng BCYF ay nagbibigay po ng expertise nila sa pagtuturo ng entrepreneurship doon sa aming mga beneficiaries. At yung huli naman po, which is yung innovation. So ito naman po yung partnership namin na ang aming pong flagship program, which is yung Shell Livewire po na program, ay working together po with the BCYF's Innovation Award upang po tayo ay makahanap ng mga innovative entrepreneurs at ang kanilang mga produkto at solusyon at mabigyan natin sila ng financial assistance upang mapalaki po nila yung kanilang mga ideas at magawa po nila ito ng isang ganap na produkto na mapapakinabangan po ng mga Pilipino.
Okay, thank you po.
Okay. Thank you, Sir TJ. No? So, nabanggit nyo na po yung innovation part na ginagawa ng
Yes.
Shell. Kasi nabanggit ko nga, sir, na this month, we are celebrating the Philippine Innovation Month. And I think Shell has a big role no, in helping the advocacy of BCYF in this aspect. So, Sir TJ, can you share us how Shell promotes innovation inside and outside the company or the foundation?
Okay, sige. So I'll probably Jojo talk about first how we do it outside and then dive into yung culture of how we do it inside in the second part. So outside so PSFI is actually the social arm no, of all of the Shell companies in the Philippines. And we have been existence, magpa-plug lang ako, we're also going 40 years this year. No?
Wow.
In August, it will be our 40th year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
So for the past 40 years, we've been doing a lot of community development. And as a foundation, we've decided, and just to give a little bit of background, we decided na magfo-focus po kami on 6 thematic areas po. So yan po yung health and safety, environment, livelihood, energy, education, nutrition, and food security. So si PSFI po, dito po kami nag-ooperate, dito po sa mga thematic areas na ito. No? Now, alam ko may 1 oras po yung programa natin. Kung iisa-isahin ko po lahat ng areas where we provide innovation, baka po
Yung importante na lang, no, Sir TJ. Nawala po.
Bigyan po tayo ng ebidensya doon sa innovation. Ano po. So yung una po is, meron po kami tinatawag na Livewire program. No? It is a flagship Shell program po and it has been in existence for over 40 years na rin. It started po globally and then we introduced it po dito sa Pilipinas. Ano po yung Shell Livewire? So yung Shell Livewire po is we work with various communities. We try to develop and cultivate entrepreneurs. And then we also work with the different startups in the Philippines. And then we provide them with mentorship. We provide them with a boot camp, parang 2 months po yun na they will be trained. They will be provided with guidance by startup mentors. And then at the end of that, there's a competition that they will be able to get a grant, no? That will support yung business operations nila. So ang tinitingnan po namin dito sa area na to, sa Livewire, ay dapat meron po mga innovative na solutions in the energy, environment, tsaka circular economy. At ang ultimate goal po is to increase yung employment and create prosperity sa ating mga Pilipino. So, in the 2 years po that Livewire has been introduced in the country, in the Philippines po, no? So we've already supported roughly more than 20 community-based startups that has generated around over 300 direct or indirect jobs, no? And in the 2 years, we've had 2 champions po, or kumbaga winners doon sa aming pitch event. One enterprise that won is Nanotronics, which actually is a company that has biodegradable packaging solutions para po mabawasan yung mga waste. And then yung winner natin for last year is Agro Digital, which is a digital inclusiveness marketplace for the agriculture industry, so for our farmers. So that's one aspect po. The second one na I want to highlight is yung, we have a program, tawag po namin is yung N-Explorers. So yung N-Explorers po ito naman ay para sa mga high school students. So ang ginagawa po namin dito is we introduce yung STEM to them, tapos yung creative thinking para po makapag-solve sila ng mga current issues at problems natin, no, being not just Filipinos but humans. So in the past 2 years as well, in the past 3 years, we've been able to train roughly about 1,400 students. And then we are partnered with 30 different high schools all over the country. And ang goal ng program namin na N-Explorers is really to focus on providing yung tools for the future leaders ng bansa natin. So, similar to the Shell Livewire program po namin, itong N-Explorers, meron din po siyang contest at the end of the training sessions that we do for the students. Ang tawag naman po namin doon is the Bright Ideas Challenge. So, doon naman po, we also award the student and the school that has the best idea, no, and they can take that forward. So kung mapapansin nyo, Jo and Jenny, there's parang duktong siya in a way, no, na parang we start them off doon po sa mga high school students. We try to train them doon sa innovative ways of thinking, yung STEM, yung science around it. And then we also have that next step type of program na pagka gumraduate na sila or they're already old enough or of age that they can be full-on entrepreneurs, no, then they can join the Livewire program naman po. Wow. And then last na, sorry. So just wanted to highlight lang, make sure I'm covering. We are also very big, no, CPSFI in the nutrition and food security space. So kaya po kami ay meron actually 3 training farms, no, across the Philippines. We have one in Bonbon, we have one in Pililla, Rizal, and then we have one in Palawan. And in these farms, we introduce po what is called our Integrated Farming Biosystems or IFBS. And ito po ay para pong, in a nutshell, what we try to do is improve the yield of the farmers natin. So we do trainings po in our training farms for the various partners. And we actually work closely with the Department of Agriculture and TESDA in order to create modules that will allow us to be that makes us accredited to deliver training to the various farmers. So I think yun. So I'll stop there in terms of the external activities, no, that we do in terms of innovation.
Ang dami, Sir TJ. Partner, dami. Congratulations. Pero, ayan, partner, susugan ko lang, Sir TJ, marami tayong mga Filipino innovators. Alam natin yan. Pero kayo po, sa bahagi ng Shell Foundation, ano po yung mga programa pa rin ninyo na ginagawa po ninyo upang makatulong sa kanila?
Okay. So, ang mga programa na ginagawa natin kadalasan, especially with regards to helping them, revolves around 3 things, no? Revolves around 3 things. So, na-mention ko yung mga pangalan ng programa kanina, Jen, no, with regards to yung Shell Livewire, yung N-Explorers. Pero if we were we look at the pillars, no, yung kung saan kami pumapasok. So, yung first one is yung competency development. So ito yung pumapasok yung PSFI at naghahanap kami ng mga experts, tapos tinutulungan namin sila na magkaroon ng proper training. So part for example ng pagiging isang entrepreneur, no, innovative entrepreneur, is that you need to be sustainable as well. There also has to be some commercial value sa iyo. Kasi otherwise you have a good idea pero kung hindi mo siya masusustain, yun yung minsan nangyayari sa ibang mga entrepreneurs natin, kaya nawawalan din sila kumbaga ng gana dahil nga from an idea, it is a great idea, kaya lang hindi natutuloy. So that's one part that where PSFI tries to help, yung pong competency building. Yung second part naman po, where we try to provide assistance in terms of all of these entrepreneurs, is yung connecting them, no, to the market and as well as potentially partners that can support them. So market po, no, for example, allow me to advise na si Shell po has a network of about 1,000 stations across the nation, and we also have our daily to go stores, yung mga tindahan namin, no, na mga convenience stores. So there are certain potential po na opportunities kung saan po na baka po some of these innovative products can be sold po in our stations. And we have done this po. So one example of that is the SIPAP Multi-Purpose Cooperative in Batangas. And ano po sila, mga women na seamstress And what they've done during the pandemic po is craft po yung mga face masks. Same po dun sa mga seamstress po namin sa Tacloban, Leyte. Ang ginagawa naman po nila ay kumukuha po sila ng mga weave galing po sa Mindanao, tapos ginagawa po nilang face mask, and we've managed po to sell this in our stations. So yun po yung isang connection that we do, no? Yun yung second part. And then third is financial support as well. Not just financial support na in terms of grants or no interest provision of help. Meron din po yung financial literacy that we provide. So telling them how to manage, informing them of the proper ways na they should be filing their taxes, they should be registering their businesses here and there. So yun po, in a nutshell po, yun po yung tatlong areas that PSFI provides assistance. Pero in terms po of the program, Ma'am Jenny, yung Livewire po, yung flagship namin. Kumbaga, nandun po nakapasok lahat yun, yung different assistance na we provide po.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So, sir, follow-up ko lang, no?
Go ahead.
You've mentioned a lot of programs and projects related to innovation and how they help your communities in different areas. Sir, paano naman naapektuhan ng pandemic yung mga implementation at execution ng mga projects nyo?
So I think si PSFI, just like any other foundation, any other company in the Philippines, it was not immune to the pandemic, no? So we were heavily impacted. And to think na ang community work kasi, 'di ba, you need to be immersed in the area, no? You need to be there, no? So we were heavily impacted, pero I think, and this is something that I am very proud of in terms of our team members, no, in PSFI. It is the agility at saka yung ability to pivot. So ang ginawa po namin, Jojo, is that we transition to a digital implementation of certain activities. So to give you po a very specific example, as I mentioned, di ba, meron po kaming nutrition and food security na thematic area. What we did po for our farmers is we introduced po a digital inclusiveness program. So ang ginawa po namin, kasi na-realize po namin yung aming mga farmers ay meron naman pong mga gadget na mahilig naman po rin mag-Facebook at mag-YouTube ang ating mga farmers. So what we did po is we set up po a technology partnering with another shell entity in the Livewire space where we uploaded all of our training materials into this platform, and even po yung monitoring namin nung kanilang mga output, yung mga issues and concerns nila through the platform po. Isipin niyo po ito pang isa po sa mga pinaka-popular na ginagamit natin ng pandemic, ito pong Netflix, ano po, 'di ba? Bumulusok po yung popularity niya during. So it is similar. It is like on-demand videos, training videos, results, assistance for our farmers. So, yun po, maybe one of the specific examples na we move towards a more digital delivery. But that being said, no, ngayon po na medyo po nagkakaroon na po, siyempre nag-i-improve na po yung ating vaccination rate. We still want to be able to go and be with our communities. So, we're also, we have what's called yung, di ba, some offices there's return to office or return to work. Kami po, return to communities naman from our end, because we really need to be able to be there.
Right.
So I hope I answered your question.
Yes. I know kasi a lot of organizations and a lot of organizations are really trying to go with digitalization kasi nga mahirap din maabot yung mga communities, especially now with the restrictions and all. But good job with Shell Foundation that you guys are still keeping in touch with the communities despite the restrictions of this pandemic.
Kahit pandemic or hindi man hindi kayo tumitigil talaga, Sir TJ, partner, ang galing, maraming programa.
Hindi pwede tumigil, Ma'am Jenny.
Oo. Talay-talay. Anyway, Sir TJ, meron po ba kayong gustong ipahatid sa ating mga nakikinig at nanonood ngayon na inyo pong ipagbigay alam ang inyong mga programas through social media? Saan po ba? At kung meron may mga paki-announce naman po sa amin ngayon.
Sige ma'am. Ma'am Jenny, allow me lang po, no, and I want to be able to use your platform. Alam ko po you have marami po kayong mga tagapakinig, tagapanood. So I want to share lang po, no. I think so while si PSFI po and BCYF are partnered here, and siguro a message lang that it is through collaboration, no, that we are able to create impact talaga. So for the other organizations, and I think that's one of the thrusts that we need to do is to work together. We need to create opportunities for the Filipinos to be able to showcase their talent, and yung partnerships is one of the ways as well in order for us to be able to move forward. And partnerships not just in the private sector, but also working with government agencies that already have this innovation and livelihood in their remit. No, so I think yun po. I just want to be able to deliver that message because I think it's very critical. PSFI po, no, as a foundation, without our partners, without our communities, we will not be able to deliver po yung work that we would like to do or the value that we would like to reach, no, yung goals namin without our partners and our community. So I wanted to highlight that. Now, ma'am, in terms naman po of if there's anyone po that is interested to get to know a little bit more about the activities of PSFI, meron po kaming LinkedIn, meron po kaming Facebook, meron rin po kaming Instagram na Philippine Shell Foundation Inc. at meron din po kaming website. So anyone po that would like to go ahead and view the different details po ng aming programa, please feel free to do so. We're also active in terms of addressing inquiries. So if you send us a message, we'll also be able to reply to them.
Okay, very well said. All right, partner?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir TJ, for being with us this morning. Salamat po.
Thank you, Sir
Thank you, Ma'am
TJ.
Jojo. Thank you, Ma'am Jenny.
More power po. Thank you so much. Ayan, partner.
Salamat.
Thank you. Umpisa pa lang yan, ha. Grabe, ang dami nilang programa, no?
Oo nga eh. Siguro, tama si Sir TJ, kulang isang oras kung i-discuss niya lahat ng program at projects nila sa Shell Foundation.
Shell ba naman, partner? But anyway, partner, umpisa pa lang yan. Umpisa pa lang yan si Sir TJ, no? May pumapasok. May pumapasok lang na ibang, Anyway, umpisa pa lang yan si Sir TJ, partner, dahil meron pa tayong second guest, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan dito lamang sa programang
Kwentong Bayani.
Cellphone Plus Gold.
Ako si Morito na namamaga ang aking atay. Sa loob ng 2 linggo na paggamit ko ng Santon Plus Gold, nawala ang pamamaga sa aking atay. Maraming salamat sa Santon Plus Gold.
Cellphone Plus Gold. Mas pinalakas, pinagaling, pinahusay. Cellphone Plus Gold. Mabibili sa mga butika.
Tayo na sa iyo, tayo magpatingin. Tayo na sa iyo, sila'y eksperto at magagaling. Tayo na sa iyo, inyong mata ay mahalin. Executive Optical, ang practical. Executive Optical, may practical.
Aarangkada na ang programang hatid ay kalaban sa makabagong paraan, teknolohiya at makinaryang pansaka.
Sige na, tara na, tayo'y magtanim ng tagumpay.
Halina't makinig sa ating talakayan dito lamang sa Radyo Eskwela, angat-ani sa tamang makinarya.
Inaanyayahan po namin ang lahat ng 2020 Farmers Cooperative Association o FCAs. Maging kaeskwela na po kayo dahil bukas na ang enrollment para sa inyo. Pumunta lamang po kayo sa ating FB page na Radyo Eskwela PH. I-click po ninyo yung Google Form link na makikita sa kaliwa ng ating FB page para po magsimulang mag-enroll. I-click po ang Luzon kung kayo ay taga Luzon. Diyan po sa ating Google Form ay kailangang ilagay ang mga hinihingi at importanteng impormasyon. Ilagay ang inyong email address, ang buong pangalan, edad, at markahan kung ano ang inyong kasarian. Ilagay din po ang inyong cellphone number. Piliin kung anong rehiyon kayo kabilang. Piliin po ninyo kung saan ang inyong lalawigan. Hanapin ang inyong munisipyo o bayan. Hanapin rin kung anong FCA kakabilang. I-click ang next. Makikita at maaari na po ninyong sagutan ang ating free test. Matapos po ang pagsagot, naka-enroll na po kayo sa Radyo Eskwela. Sama-sama po tayong makinig, manood at matuto ng mga aralin ng Season 2, Radyo Eskwela, Angat Ani sa Tamang Makinarya. Tuwing Merkules at Sabado, simula na po ngayong Pebrero, alas 5:30 ng umaga. Para po sa karagdagang impormasyon o kaya assistance, maaari po kaming i-text o tawagan sa numerong 0917-163-7629. O kaya naman ay magpadala po kayo ng mensahe sa aming Facebook page na Radyo Eskwela PH. Tandaan, basta RCEP Machinery, libre!
Sa Metro Manila, DZXL.
Radyo Trabaho.
DZXL.
Ang tunay na gabay sa hanap buhay. Kwentong Bayani. Kwentong Bayani. Kasama si Jojo Armenta at Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga sa Kwentong Bayani.
Balik po tayo, Kwentong Bayani. Oras natin sa buong kapuluan, 31 minuto na po makalipas sa ika-10 ng umaga. Nagpapatuloy po tayo. Ako pa rin po si Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga. At syempre, hatid sa inyo ng RMN at BCYF ang programang ito. Partner Jojo, magandang umaga muli.
Hi, magandang umaga, partner Jenny. Nako, excited na ako sa ating second guest for this morning.
Okay, sige. Ipakilala natin yan, partner.
Okay, sige. So, ang ating pong pangalawang panauhin ngayong umagang ito ay District Coordinator Chair for Vocational Service ng Rotary International District 3830. And he is the National Program Coordinator ng Help Pilipinas Party List. So, batang-bata ang ating guest for the next session or part of this program. Wala iba kundi si John Miguel Bermido. Good morning, Miguel.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, Miguel.
Kamusta ka? Kamusta ka, Miggy?
I'm currently on 3 Zooms right now. But of course, with the invitation of my very good friend Jojo, of course, ayan, at, nandito ako sa inyo. Hello sa inyong lahat at magandang morning.
Yes, good morning po. Okay, partner, ayan.
Sige. So, Miguel, thank you again for being with us this morning. So, we just wanna know your insights and opinions. Informal lang na kwentuhan, no? First and foremost, what's your personal advocacy and how did Rotary get involved with the advocacy of BCYF? Can you share us about that?
Sure. Okay. A few of my personal advocacies, of course, first, education, supporting the education of the youth. Second to that is, of course, the health of the people. And the third is actually a livelihood or pangkabuhayan para sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya naman, ako bilang isa sa Rotarian, and I've been with Rotary International for more than 15 years. So I started as a youth, as a program of Rotary International, from Interact down to Rotaract, now as a full-fledged Rotarian, is talaga namang natutuwa ako sa mga programa, and one of which is on the vocational service side, which is using of the vocation, in which that I was connected to the BCYF through the Search for Hometown Heroes. And I was glad that during my district coordinating chairpersonship is talagang ako yung nag-lead. Isa ako dun sa mga nag-lead ng Search for Hometown Heroes for District 3830 Philippines.
Wow,
Ayan.
that's great. That's great. Miguel, si Radyoman Jenny, pinag-uusapan din natin, sir, kasi itong innovations, no. May mga programa po ba o ginagawa po, ina-apply ng inyong organizations para makatulong sa mga miyembro nyo sa mga communities na ginagawa po ninyo o ina-apply ninyo for the members to help po yung ating mga your communities? Meron po ba, sir?
Basically, what we do with regards to the innovation is to adopt the digitalization age, to further have or gain access ang ating mga beneficiaries, most especially at this time of the pandemic. So, yan ang aming tinututukan ngayon. At paano nga ba natin mabibigyan ng mga programa ang ating mga kababayan lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya.
Okay.
So that we have to really adopt what's the trending right now, what do they need, and how can our members in Rotary International and of course Rotarians and Rotaractors can give their service without even being at risk at this time of pandemic.
So, more on ano sila, partner, Sir Miguel, more on digitalization. So, nag-a-adapt tayo into situation right now, itong nagdaang 2 years sa pandemic, tama?
Agree with that.
So Miguel, paano, since you guys are implementing it na, no, this kind of innovation in your orgs or your organization, paano na nakaka-cope up or paano nakakapag-adjust yung mga community members nyo doon sa innovation na ginagawa ng org?
Okay, with our organization's innovation, we technically use these technologies and platforms that is really readily available for our beneficiaries. One of which is, I don't know if I could say it, is Facebook, of course. Social media platforms wherein we can gather all of these applications for our programs. Hindi na kailangan nila. Kasi, you know what, the real impact in the society is how can we reach them as soon as they need it. Yun yung pinakakailangan natin.
Mabilis.
And and talaga namang they're very receptive, talagang they're very into it, and we're glad that with this kind of platform that we use through the social media is that napakadami nating participants ng mga programs natin at napapabilis ang pagbibigay ng impormasyon. Malayo man tayo sa kanila or because of the what they call this one, the pandemic restrictions, talagang nakakatulong pa rin tayo sa kanila, most especially at the time ng kanilang pangangailangan. Ayan.
Oo. Partner, tanong ko lang, Sir Miguel, pwede ba tayo magbigay ng mga halimbawa na programa na ginagawa nyo? Go ahead po.
Okay. First and foremost, no, since we celebrated last September our...
Okay, medyo nawawala, partner. Sir Miguel? Okay.
We have in
go ahead po.
Makati, Manila. Of course, with these restrictions, parang napakahirap. We even had applicants from Iloilo area, Visayas region. So with our sister clubs, with our partners, which we invite them to have their beneficiaries applied to our scholarship. It's really good thing. It's because we had this standardized online application form in which our members does it also. Alam ko this is not just new to everyone, but of course adopting the digitalization through the technology and platforms that we use for free, we do maximize it. So talaga namang napapabilis ang ating mga applications. We also have another one which is our teleconsulta. We use the social media, we use the platform of Facebook and even Viber in terms of communicating with the patients to those who wanted to have a consultation. Kasi napakahirap sa panahon ngayon na pumunta ang mga kababayan nating may sakit o may nararamdaman para magpa-check up lang dahil they're really at risk and of course they really natatakot o kinakabahan kasi baka mamaya pagpunta pa nila ng ospital mahawa pa sila. So with this platform we have this teleconsulta wherein they can just submit for consultation their hinaing o yung mga gusto nilang ipakonsulta sa mga doctors. And with this program for our in Rotary, we have different doctors, we have volunteer doctors, we have volunteer encoders, we have volunteers, technical support who's really into it, together doing this project for the success of it. So we had a lot, and not just that teleconsulta, no. What's a good thing about this teleconsulta is our doctors are the ones calling them. So natutuwa sila. We had a great review from our patients that itong teleconsulta natin na to napaka-successful dahil natutuwa sila dahil marami na silang sendan ng kanilang mga information, marami na silang nabibigyan ng mga baka we can nag-apply for the teleconsultation. Unfortunately, some of them, of course, may payment. But this one for Rotary Teleconsulta, they can access it for free, and the doctors will call them pa. And of course, later on, they will be provided with the prescription or the reseta.
Maganda yan.
Digital
Talagang
prescription.
digitalization.
Right. Yes. So, Miggy, we want to know about your opinion or personal insights, since you have years of experience with youth organizations, and of course, you've been with Rotary for a long time already then. What do you think are the possible or the social impact of innovations in the society?
Actually, napakalaki ng social impact natin sa ating society. First, of course, the easy access to whatever platforms we have, most especially if it's for free. So, katulad nga na nasabi ko, without the risk, without the physical contact to the doctors, of course, within the community, medyo talagang mas mapapadali. Mayroon nga akong gustong ikwento. Gusto ko lang din i-share if I may.
Go ahead.
Yung pinaka gusto kong ikwento is with regards to the education. Yung pinuntahan ko na scholar namin na nakatanggap ng scholarship namin, hindi ko alam, kilo-kilometro pa lang within the municipality, of course, but kilo-kilometro ang i-travel natin just to reach them or to reach us in the bayan or poblasyon ng isang lugar. So, ito ay sa Rosario, Batangas. At of course, nagulat ako kasi imagine mo, bababa sila ng bayan for the amount of 1,500 pesos. It's because napakahirap. There's no means of transportation, just the habal-habal. So, with this kind of platform, nako-communicate natin sila with the digitalization age, with the Facebook, nako-communicate natin sila at naliless yung time ng submission nila if it's gonna be a traditional way of submitting all these grades, these documents, traveling kilometers na nasa bundok pa sila manggagaling just to submit this. The easy access and the less risk of the people is, I think, the great impact that we have for the digitalization of our programs and projects in Rotary International.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Galing, no, partner?
Yes, oo. So at least kasi marami ding mga youth organizations na nakikinig sa atin that might, be informed and be educated on the way other organizations do it. And I think the insight that you shared with us can be very helpful sa kanila, especially now that restricted na lahat, I mean karamihan because of pandemic, no. So may follow-up question lang ako doon kasi since na biglang naisip ko nga pala na your expertise is more on the youth organization, no?
Yes.
Miguel. So, how do you handle youth, group of young people who became lazy, who doesn't want, na dati active, tas ngayon nagiging inactive because of the restrictions na hindi nila ma-access yung mga trainings or modules or courses that you guys are giving them?
Okay, and of course, thank you for that very wonderful question. I believe it's like a best universe question that you've thrown to me. But all I can say is that I believe that being a lazy people, it's not about lacking of parang physical it's about lacking of interest. Maybe it's because they don't see some of the benefits that in the organization itself. Marami tayo for the experience, as for the youth empowerment, talagang napakadaming pagkakataon na previously they're so active, they're so interested with the organization, but few years later, parang nawawala, no? It's really because of the benefits, parang what's in it for them.
Yeah.
In our organization, the Rotary Club of Makati Legazpi, we're always tapping on their skills. Saan ba sila nag-excel? Where do they excel? Where do they progress? Ano ba yung expertise nitong tao na to? And this person we empower him or her with that kind of expertise that he has. So for example, if he is so magaling pagdating sa Photoshop, editing, creatives, collaterals, all of the programs, all of the projects, we put value, or we made sure that he is valued in our organization so that his interest, his skills can have a progress, or talagang gustong-gusto niya talaga tong area of expertise na to, that he can progress, he can have an Excel for this one, and talagang mag-i-stay siya kasi he or she loves the volunteer works that he might give to the organization.
Yun ang tinututukan ninyo, Sir Miguel, nila, partner.
Yes,
no?
as always. We parang not just observe, but we keep in touch. The relationship kasi ang nandoon eh.
Tama, kasi,
Diba?
kasi pagka hindi ka interesado sa isang bagay, Sir Miguel, partner, wala eh. Kahit anong pukpok mo dyan sa tao.
Agree with that.
Diba?
So, ako talaga, kung hindi ko sila pinipilit na, gawin mo to, gawin mo yan. It's more of, what can you what can you contribute to us? So, hindi man yan. Kasi sa Rotary, no, we have this 3 T's. We call it 3 T's. The time, talent, and treasure. If you don't have a time, maybe you can share your talent. Or if you don't have the talent, maybe you can share your time for the people. What's your interest? Treasure is not just about money. Treasure is something that you could give. Maybe it's an in-kind, something that you can share to the community, something that you can share to the group, for you to inspire other people. It's more of inspiration.
That's good. That's good.
Correct.
Okay.
So yun, nakakatuwa naman isipin no na you guys are practicing a lot of best practices to engage more people despite the restriction, especially young people, kasi kailangan din talaga magpatuloy to be an advocate of social change sa mga kabataan ngayon.
Yes.
Agree with
And that's
that.
innovation.
Talagang, at technically, ang daming gustong mag-participate, mag-volunteer. It's just that they don't know what's the right platform or what kind of organization they can go into. So, yun ang napapansin ko with the different communities I've been with. So, nakikita natin na kahit na mag-volunteer sila sa isang youth organization, but if they don't see or they don't feel that they're valued to that organization, they can no longer stay. That's why yun yung talagang pinaka-tinitingnan namin sa mga youth organization.
That's good. Partner, tanong ko lang, no? Sir Miguel, balik tayo. Meron po bang ginagawa yung inyong organisasyon na iba't ibang paraan upang matulungan po o maipahalaganap, ma-promote po itong pinag-uusapan nating innovations?
Of course, yes. We empower them, of course, with this parang guidance from mas nakakataas, those expertise and those skills that they have. We talk to them. We have them do it. We have them share their insights, share their comments on what if you're the ones doing this, what if you're the ones using this platform. So, putting yourself into other shoes, how could you feel it? Will it still will it be beneficial to all concerned? Will it be good for everyone? Something like that. So we keep on asking their insights. We keep on asking everyone's opinion. And of course, everyone's skills in doing such programs and projects that they will love also. Kasi if ipapagawa lang natin sa kanila, di ba, parang yung mga programs natin, tapos magugulat na lang sila, ganito pala yan, hindi nila alam and all. So we keep on asking pa rin ng ating mga youth na, if ever, will you be able to cope up with this, or will you be able to use this, to do this on your end, in your community? So kaya mas napapalaganap natin ang mga programs kasi they are the ones talaga na gumagawa at nag-create nitong mga programs natin. We're empowering them to do programs.
That's good. Okay, partner. Okay, partner Jojo, may tanong ka pa dyan? Ayan, nawala na si partner. Ayun. Anyway, Sir Miguel, kung sakali po ba itong Rotary International District 3830, gusto naming mabisita yung inyong mga ginagawa, like pinag-usapan natin yung innovations. Saan ba kami pwedeng makita kayo sa social media, or if any po, ma-reach out namin kayo?
Of course, our Rotary Club of Makati Legazpi Facebook page. We have that. We also have the Help Filipinas page, which I am into now. It's because more time, no. I know it's an election time, but really we're doing service projects to our communities. That's our focus, and of course, bukod dyan, we have our office here. Our incoming governor, Mildred Bitangkol, which is the incoming district governor of District 3830 Philippines. We have office here in Rockwell, in Proscenium Rockwell. So they can visit also and see, and of course, mingle with other Rotary actors and Rotarians here in our office.
Okay. Partner, may additional ka pa dyan, partner? Yan. Partner dyan.
Yun, so
Jojo, parang
actually,
Tinitingnan kita, partner, hindi ka gumagalaw.
Oo nga.
pinaparamdaman ko kasi na parang ako ba yun or yung signal ni Miguel. So I'm like, I'm trying to see if nagkakaintindihan tayo. But yeah, thank you so much, Miguel, for your time and insights. Actually, very, very timely since I talked to you nga about it, do, kasi I know a lot of
Few hours?
Yes, I know.
I feel like it's few minutes ago.
A lot of youth organizations kasi are trying to cope up with the pandemic restrictions and reaching out with their specific communities and members through innovation. So how can they reach out to their community and members sa pamamagitan ng digitalization? And I think your insights are very helpful, no, in addition to those things that they are doing with their members and organizations. So thank you so much for your time. Meron ka ba diyang mga events that you want to promote na
We're
upcoming events?
actually for the in celebration of the World Pancake Day on March 1, we're still cooking the pancakes.
Sarap.
Wow.
Sarap yan.
And of course, in celebration also of the International Women's Month,
Ay, oo,
Women's
sa
Day,
Yes.
March.
on March
Right.
8, we're still cooking also the programs for our women. So but basically we're providing this care kits for all of the members of We Rise in Rosario, Batangas. So we also have the Gandangwana at San Juan, Batangas. So those are the two
Wow.
communities that we've adopted because some of course, alam naman natin nung pandemic, medyo mahirap. So walang klase ang mga kabataan natin, ang mga mag-aaral natin. So we divert our service projects into communities kasi part din naman sila ng communities.
Okay.
So we've adopted this two municipalities. But we also still have this the teachers of La Huerta Elementary School in Parañaque and of course the Nicanor Garcia Elementary School in Makati. So we have a lot of programs and projects in place. On February 23, it will be the celebration of the Rotary International on its anniversary. So we have lined up programs and projects. So please follow us on Facebook. It's Rotary Club of Makati Legazpi. And of course, Help Filipinas.
Okay.
Parties.
Thank you, Sir Miguel. Sir Miguel,
Thank you so much,
Sir Miguel,
Miguel.
pahabol.
Thank you, Jen and Jojo. Yes, sure, please.
Patikim ng pancake.
Sure, magpapadala ko dyan sa inyo.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me here.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe.
Good morning. Bye, everyone.
Sarap kausap ni Sir Miguel, partner. Ayan, partner.
Yes, very light lang, no?
Oo, masaya. Partner, ano pa natin pag-uusapan next Saturday bago tayo magpaalam? Go ahead.
Yes, of course. So I think it will be the last Saturday of the month, no? Ang bilis ng araw.
Tama.
It will be the last Saturday of February. So I believe we're still gonna talk about innovation for the last time. Pero we are still going to continue to inspire more people through the different topics that surrounds innovation, kasi tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating mga programa. And speaking of that, we would like to invite people to continue following and liking our Facebook page ng BCYF, because we have still lots of events coming up for the celebration of Innovation Month. So Feb 19, actually today, with SPUP Tugigaraw, Cagayan, they're going to have this event, Innovations in Community Extension. So makikita nyo po yan sa Facebook page ng BCYF if you want to visit and know more about the details about it. Then Feb 20, LNU, Tagupan City, Pangasinan, on innovations towards resilience in education naman po. And Feb 21 and 22, BCYF VisMin or Visayas Mindanao Innovation Summit with BCYF Visayas CSR Council and BCYF Mindanao CSR Council. And of course, February 25 is the announcement and the ceremony for the BCYF Innovation Awards.
Wow, abangan natin yan. Okay. And with that, partner, visit po nila yung inyong Facebook page, BCYF, diba? Para mas
Yes.
malaman. Okay.
For more details. And again, maraming salamat po for the support that you are giving us continuously every Saturday dito sa ating programa. And sa mga guests po natin this morning, kay Sir TJ Laurel of Pilipinas Shell Foundation Incorporated, and of course kay Miguel Bermido of Rotary District 3830. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig, sa mga nanonood at nakikinig sa live stream natin sa Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much po at patuloy po kayong sumuporta at makinig sa amin every Saturday.
At partner, maraming salamat. Papaalam na rin tayo. Go ahead.
Yes. So of course, on behalf of Benita and Katrina Foundation, ako po si Jojo Armenta.
At ako naman po si Radyoman Jenny Pahilanga, hanggang sa susunod na Sabado, alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga, dito lamang sa RMN DZXL 558 Manila sa programang
Kwentong Bayani.